author friends, writer friends, everyone. Welcome back to Author Journey, and welcome anyone who's interested in learning how to build their email list using Instafreebie. I know some of you may not be writers specifically, but you do have books that are helping your own business grow. And so if you're trying to figure out how to get that book in front of more people, in front of a wider audience, Instafreebie is a great platform to use for doing that. Instafreebie.com offers really a chance for readers and authors to connect. And it helps the authors build their mailing lists because Instafreebie gives the authors a chance to put their books up on their platform for free. And then when readers come to see what is available, these readers can request a book for free and then enter their email address, and that email address is given to you, okay? So it's a great place for readers because you get to come and join the Instafreebie community. You get a newsletter, which is great. And then in that newsletter, there are tons of books available. You'll see huge promos that are like genre specific, like there'll be romance promos, there'll be sci-fi promos, and you'll get just a list of all these books that you can go and check out. And what's great is that these readers can get as many books as they want. There's not any limit there. And then you're receiving those email addresses in a variety of ways, which we'll go over in a minute. Now, some of you may be saying, well, what's to stop a reader from getting the book and then immediately unsubscribing? Because they will be subscribing to a lot of different authors' newsletters, obviously, if the authors have made it a requirement to opt in order to get the books. Yes, that does happen, but I've never seen, that's never been a problem in my mind, just because even if they do unsubscribe from my list, generally it's because it's the first time they've heard from me. And they just wanted the book. They just wanted to test it out. And at least that book is in their hands now. So it's, I put my perma-free books on here usually. That's kind of my strategy because they're free everywhere anyway. And this is just another platform to put them on to expose my books to more readers. So I'm never really worried if people do unsubscribe right away. Usually if they read the book and hate it, they weren't people that were gonna stay subscribed anyways. And if they read my book and love it, then they'll eventually find a way to get back on my mailing list through, either contacting me and saying, hey, what's going on? When is this book coming out? And I can give them a link to get back on the mailing list. Or through my other books where I offer free books, and that's a way for them to get back on as well. So don't get caught up in that. Don't worry about that so much. What's really just important here is that you are getting more exposure, that you're sharing other people's audiences, and that you are finding more voracious readers to connect with. So that is what it's all about, baby. That's what we're doing here. So you're gonna come up here to this little button that says authors. It's so inviting. Okay, you're gonna click on that sucker and get started. You could do the free sign up. I'm just gonna click here and show you the different plans that you have. There's the free basic plan, which is great for giveaways. It's also great just to distribute like review copies, that kind of thing. But it doesn't offer the option to require an opt-in. So if anybody does grab your book, they're not required to give you their email address or give Instafreebie the email address. And I don't know, for me, that doesn't make much sense. The reason why I'm on here is to find people who want my books, who love my books, and want to stay connected with me, and who I want to stay connected to. And I can't do that if they grab my book and leave and they never have a chance to be on my list. So I use the Plus plan. I've never actually used the $50 Pro plan just because I don't have 5 pen names yet to use. I mean, I do write in a couple of genres, but for me, I don't know. I don't need it, so I don't use it. But what I do use is the Plus plan, and it says everything that you get, everything that you do in the basic, yay, but you also get to add subscribers to a mailing list. And if you have an autoresponder called MailerLite or MailChimp, it automatically integrates that. So anyone who goes and clicks on your book and then enters their email address and says, yes, I want this book, that email address will automatically get sent to your MailChimp or your MailerLite account, which is super awesome. I have Aweber, so that is not, Aweber does not integrate into this, but it's not an issue because they provide you a file with all of the email addresses that your books have collected, that your specific giveaways have collected. And then you're able to take that file and import it into Aweber or whatever other autoresponder you have. Now, if autoresponders are a new thing for you, it's just basically a system that allows you to send emails, mass emails, to a list of people who have all joined your newsletter. It's where you host all your emails, essentially. So you've got all these email addresses of people who are waiting for your emails, waiting to hear about, what new books you have out or what giveaways are going on. So it's a fun way to keep in contact with your fans. And I have steadily grown it. I'm still continuing to grow and still continuing to learn. But yeah, I have Aweber, so it's a different autoresponder, but I just take the file, upload it. It's not a big deal. It's one extra step, so I don't mind. Not a big deal to me. And I'm sure that they will eventually find a way to integrate Aweber and other autoresponders into this, because I think they just started out with MailChimp first. I don't think they had MailerLite a few months ago. So you do the fully customizable giveaways. You can track giveaway success. So that's cool because a lot of people like data. They like to be able to track what's working and what's not. So you just click on this free 30-day trial. I want to bring your attention to that because you have 30 days to just try it out and see if that's going to work for you. And I liked that because I am always so hesitant to just blow money on something and then find out that I didn't like the program or I didn't like the way that the setup was. So I obviously did the free 30-day trial. I don't know who wouldn't. I don't know why you just want to go in and pay right away when you don't know how it's going to work for you. So you just click on this sucker, and it will take you to your Instafreebie sign up page. Now, I'm sure this is all self-explanatory: name, email address, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just going to go into my author sign-in page, and I'm going to change that. There we go. See if that comes in, just so that I can show you some of my giveaways, just this account. I can walk you through the interface. It's a really easy dashboard. It's super fun. So you can add books here. For example, if you have a perma-free book, like this right here, The Healer, My Fair Assassin, Marry Your Billionaire. I want to stress that all of these books, they don't necessarily have to be perma-free, but you can't have any of them enrolled in Kindle Select because Amazon's very particular about, whatever books you have enrolled in their program not showing up anywhere else on the internet. So for you to be giving away books for free that are enrolled in their program, it does not work that way. It's not allowed. So these are books that are not enrolled. Marry Your Billionaire is $2.99, so that's not free. But these other books you can actually grab on Amazon, and some people, would rather just go to Amazon and get it rather than have to give me their email address. And I'm totally cool with that too. It's just, again, it's another platform that I have where I can find more readers to find me, basically. So you're just gonna add your book right here, click on that. And my internet's moving slow. It's been rough today. And then you've got you're gonna type in your book, your title right here, okay? Gonna put in your author or your pen name, you whatever you want to do, whether you have a pen name or it's your real name. And then you are going to upload an EPUB file, a MOBI file, and a PDF file. I strongly encourage you to have all three of those files available because it is more likely that you will get more downloads that way, okay? If you only have a MOBI file, then people who use Nook are going to struggle. If you only have a PDF file, then people who really don't like to read things on their computer or have a hard time downloading PDF files on their phone, they're not going to be thrilled about that either. So have all three available. This is cool right here. You can protect your book with a digital watermark. Since my books are free, that's kind of a non-issue. I don't really care. And I'm not actually too concerned about piracy. And I know that you're all probably going, what are you talking about? I just figure as long as my book's out there and my name's on it and people know that I wrote it, if I have found The Healer, and several other of my books on a site in Germany. I think it's trulia.com or something like that. And at first I contacted them and I was like, hey, take this down, yo. Like, I didn't give you permission to sell my books on there. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. And then I realized that I was getting tons of people from Germany contacting me, emailing me saying that they found my books on that specific site. So, so even though this site is actually charging people for these books and I'm not seeing any money from it, I'm actually not complaining too much because I've gotten tons of subscribers and tons of exposure from their site just because they've got my books up there. So, you know, everybody's got their own views on how piracy works and how they feel about that. But yeah, if you're worried about it, this DRM thing protection will help with the digital watermark if you choose to do that. I think maybe I'm just way too laid back. I don't know, but I just saw so much growth once all of that was pirated on that other other site. So, oh well, it didn't bother me after that once I realized that it was actually giving me some exposure, and maybe I wasn't making any sales, but I certainly wasn't paying them to advertise my books. So I don't know, you gotta pick and choose your battles. So then you're gonna do your cover image, select your genre, book description. Okay, so that's how you're gonna add your book. Okay, now let's go back because I kind of want to show you what it is going to look like when you do a giveaway. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the Healer here. Okay, and once again, there we go. Okay, so you can, this is the giveaway that I have now. If you'll see here, I've had up to this point, and I think I've been doing Instafreebie for about 4 months now, but up to this point, I've had about 3,259 copies claimed. So that's 3,259 people who had to give me their email address. They were forced into it. And a lot of them stuck around. A lot of people told me that they found me on Instafreebie, so that was super cool. And then you just click on this new giveaway area if you want to do a new one. And this is cool. Reach new readers, the best way to connect with new readers. Make a public giveaway with unlimited copies and no end date, and readers will be required to sign up for your list. Cool beans. And then there's also the control who can access your giveaway. You can create a private giveaway for like your street teams, contest winners, editors, ARCs, and reviewers. So that's really cool because if you have ARC copies that you want to give out, you want to give people a download link, then you can create this giveaway for them. If you have people on your street team and you want to give them a free book for sharing information or for winning a contest or a giveaway, you know, then they can click on this too. So it's not just open for anybody constantly all the time. Now, if you just want to build your mailing list, then you're going to want to do this one, okay? You want to reach new readers because it's going to make the giveaway unlimited copies that you give away, and it's never going to expire unless you come and take it down. So you have this cool little form that you can fill out. You can put your giveaway name, and then if you want to integrate your account or this particular giveaway with MailChimp or what was the other one? MailLite, something like that, then you can. This is kind of cool right here. Books marked as exclusive have a 10% higher conversion rate compared to those without, according to Instafreebie. So an exclusive book that is only available on Instafreebie and cannot be downloaded or purchased from any other site is supposedly supposed to have a higher conversion rate. I have no idea if that's true, but it makes more sense if you know, you're basically offering scarcity in a way. Like, this book is so great and so wonderful and so scarce that you can only get it on Instafreebie, so more people are likely to grab it. So you can mark that yes if that's true. Obviously, for me, that's not. And then you've got your mandatory opt-in, so you can turn that on and say, yes, it's mandatory that people opt in or not. Now, I'm going to close this out and also show you another option that's right here. If you don't like those options, you can customize every feature of your giveaway. So if you select that, then this is just a longer list of things that you can fill out. So you can fill out the giveaway name. You can actually choose how many copies you want to give out. For example, if you are doing a giveaway and you don't necessarily want like tons of downloads, or you have a limit to the downloads that you're willing to give for a specific time, then you can mark that, or you can uncheck this box and, you know, specify how many you want to have, 2, 3, you know, however many. If you're trying to build a list though, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend having limited copies. I don't recommend an expiration date. So I would just keep those checked so that you can just have that one link to this Instafreebie giveaway of yours, and you can, you know, promote it everywhere and not have to constantly change links and try to remember which giveaway went where with what promotion. It just makes more sense in the long run. And then you have the mandatory opt-in. You know, when you click on this, they'll tell you that for a higher quality mailing list, that email marketing services recommend optional subscriber opt-ins. Selecting mandatory opt-in is going to increase or may increase rates of reader unsubscribers and spam reports. And I think we talked about that. In their files that they'll give to you, they kind of break it up into two places, and I'll show you that. One is the people who actually confirmed, that verified their email address, and ones that didn't. So I don't generally ever take or import the list of the people who didn't confirm their email address, just to avoid those spam reports and to, you know, avoid emails not going through and that type of thing. As far as having a higher quality mailing list, that is true in the sense that people will just grab your book and not get on the list. But I talked about that before. You know, at least they have the book in your hands, so they may unsubscribe. But it's totally up to you how comfortable you feel making it mandatory or not. For me, that's what it's about. So I make it mandatory, and then if people subscribe, that's totally fine. If they got a free book out of it, I'm cool with that too. One day they'll read it and decide whether they like me or not, whether they like the book or not. And then you can enable the file types and, you know, do all this other stuff too. If this is just an advanced reader copy, then you can mark that as well. If this is a private giveaway, this is kind of cool, this feature. Private giveaways can only be viewed by those who have the giveaway link. So if it's a private giveaway, it's not going to be put or advertised by Instafreebie like a public one would be. It's not going to be on their desktop. It's not going to be sent in their newsletters unless you specifically want them to. So if you make it a private giveaway, then only people you send this link to are going to have access to it. So just be aware of that. I don't generally ever do that because I don't generally ever do those types of giveaways. If I'm going to do a giveaway of a book, usually anyone who enters my giveaway contests, usually like for a Kindle Fire, they get a free book just for entering. So I don't usually have a limit on that because it gets me more exposure. It's all about exposure. Okay, so you can go up here and you can click this to view subscribers. I'm not going to click on that because it will pull up a list of names and email addresses, and I don't want, you know, that to be public, anybody's name or anybody's email address to be public on this YouTube channel. I do not think people would appreciate that, having their name and email address up there for people to just snag. But you can click on view subscribers. It will take you to that list where you can see verified email addresses and unverified. And then you know, for those of us who cannot integrate this into an Aweber account, who don't have MailChimp, this is great because you just download the file. You can pick the dates that you want because sometimes you've already downloaded previous stuff. So you just keep track of which dates you've already downloaded. And then you can import your file and get going on that. Put them in that list and send them a welcome email. This little ditty right here, this refer and earn, this is so cool, guys. I enjoy the idea that if I share Instafreebie with other people that I get rewarded for it. I'm all about incentives. I like incentives. So you can earn credit by inviting authors to use Instafreebie, which is exactly what I'm doing with all of you. For each author you bring in, they'll give you $20 to go towards the premium features. So they'll share your invite with fellow authors, or you share your invite with fellow authors. They'll sign up, they'll add a book, and upgrade their account most likely, because most people want that plus account where they can have those mandatory opt-ins. And then they give you $20 towards your plus or your pro account. So since it's essentially $20 for me monthly to do this, for every author who joins under my link, because you can refer now, you can click on that, And you can also have an invite code. That's super duper cool. Then for everyone who clicks on that and then actually signs up, you get that credit. So it's not actually money being sent to you, but it may as well be, because it's saving you that monthly payment that you have to make to Instafreebie. So I think that's super cool. I'm going to include my referral link in the description, and then you can use it if you want. If not, you can just type in instafreebie.com, whatever you want to do. But I will put my referral link down there. So if you want to give me a little credit for it, and give me an opportunity to earn a month free, that would be cool too. So that's just something to consider, that, you know, you can always find sites and find ways to monetize those sites for your benefit, so that you can lessen your costs as an author, because it can be pricey with promotions and covers and all that stuff. So that's where you go. And then settings is right here. You can change your settings, all that good stuff. Update passwords. Mail service integration is right here. For those of you who need that, refer colleagues. So it's just very easy to use, and that's really wonderful. What I want to do now, because I know you're saying, okay, I've got my link, but aside from just having Instafreebie, you know, put it on their newsletters and promoting it, like, what can you do to just really up this and make this go a little faster? And I'm just so glad you asked. Terribly glad you asked. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to Facebook, and I'm sure there are other sites who have groups where they get together, Instafreebie groups, but there are Facebook groups that are purely for Instafreebie promotions. So this one is called Instafreebie Promos, yay. And you can go through and find people who are doing Instafreebie sponsored giveaways or promotions, and you can, you know, fill out forms that are very specific to your genre. So let's just, okay, so here's one. AJ's doing fantasy promo. So any of you fantasy lovers out there, obviously if you're watching this probably won't be up and going, but you can still go to this page and find more. But he explains that he's organizing a fantasy promo to get subscribers. This time it's not a box set. He'll be changing the position of the books in the promo. So there's a Google Docs right there where you can go and sign up. And what you do with this is people will tell you what genre they write in. A lot of times they'll tell you how many subscribers they have. See, the maximum number of newsletters with 1,000 subscribers has been reached. Okay, so they'll let you know if too many people are in the promotion. But generally, someone will say, looking to promote with fantasy genre authors. I have a mailing list of 18K, looking to work with people who have a mailing list of 500 or 1,000K. A lot of times, if you're just starting out, people are super accepting of people who don't have a huge mailing list or nothing at all. Everybody has started from ground zero before, so we're all very supportive and are totally willing to share your books, even if you don't have a list to share our books with. That's okay, because everybody's got to start somewhere. So the agreement usually is you'll have anywhere from 20 to 25 people involved in an Instafreebie promotion. Someone will be in charge and head it, and they'll put a page together where they have all of these Instafreebie books on one page, and they're all romance or they're all fantasy. And the cool thing is, your giveaway link is connected to your book cover. So people can go and scroll down and see your books. And if they like your book cover, they can click on it, and then they can enter their email address and get a free book. And it's great because the only requirement from you is that you share this with your newsletter. So, you've got 25 to 30 authors sharing this particular promotion with their audience. That means that you've got, anywhere from 25 to 30 authors, audiences who are being exposed to your book. Those are so many eyes. I mean, even if each person only had 1,000 people on their mailing list, that's thousands of people who didn't know about your book before, and now they will. Now you're getting eyes on it. So that's really exciting. This is another group. This is the Freebie Friday on Instafreebie and BookFunnel promos. I'm going to talk about BookFunnel too. BookFunnel does a very similar thing to Instafreebie. Some people always ask me, well, should I do Instafreebie or BookFunnel? I do both because it's two different platforms. Some people prefer Instafreebie, some readers prefer BookFunnel. So the goal is to find as many readers as you can. So if you can get your books on as many platforms as you can, that's great. Also, some promotions will only do Instafreebie links. And some, oh dear, here we go. We'll renew that later. Sorry about that. And some promotions will only do BookFunnel. So it's beneficial to do two, I think. It's beneficial to have both of them. So this is a fun one. Here's another, this is a Instafreebie fantasy preview book giveaway. That looks interesting. So a lot of people are collaborating on that. July 1st through July 31st. I think this already happened, obviously, because this is August 1st. Short story multi-genre promo. That's so cool. You can find out not just Instafreebie promotions, but just a lot of different ideas that authors are coming up with to collaborate with other authors. So these are groups that you definitely want to join. This one, author newsletter share and swap. I was like, what happened to my page? Here it is. I just needed to click on the link. Okay, this is author newsletter share and swap. So this is Instafreebie promos, BookFunnel promos, one-on-one promos. You don't necessarily have to do a huge joint, collaboration. It could just be one-on-one with a different author where you say, hey, I'm looking for one or two authors to just, swap with my newsletter. I'll share your Instafreebie link. You can share mine. Sometimes people don't even want to grow their mailing list. They're just really interested in sales. Like they might have their Amazon book up for free. So they'll give you an Amazon link and they'll take your Instafreebie link. So they're looking for sales rank and they're looking to get their free book out there so that more people will buy their series. And then they're promoting your Instafreebie link or your BookFunnel link so that you can get more people to sign up to your list. So it's very collaborative, very I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back, very supportive environment that I love. I think it's great. Paula Wynn's awesome. She's a woman to follow because she's got a lot of collaborations and things going. Mystery thriller. Ooh, I love that. Sometimes I just pay attention to these because I want to be a part of these, not as an author, but as a reader. I'm like, who's giving away free books? I want a free book. Fantasy and Fire. That looks cool. So Windy Night's looking for a newsletter swap in August or September for their box set. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here's another group. This is Instafreebie Romance, and I'm pulling this up because it's a little different than the other ones where everything was all about different genres. This is purely romance and all of the subgenres within romance. And I actually don't think I've seen any other Instafreebie group do this. I think, I haven't seen an Instafreebie fantasy group yet. Maybe I should start one. But so there's erotica, there's clean romances, there's sweet romances, steamy contemporary romance list. I believe I saw a historical romance one here. Hello. For any of you kids watching, sorry about that. Okay, so Romance Instafreebie author sign-up form. Romance is huge, and people who read romance, they are voracious readers. They cannot get enough of it. So if you think that, I don't know if I'll be able to get my romance book out there, I promise you there's enough room for your book out there, for sure. And then I just want to show you one more group. And this isn't necessarily a promotional group in the sense that every day you're trying to collaborate with people. I do think that an Alliance of Young Adult Authors does have a day where you just pimp your stuff out. You talk about what you're doing and people will go like your page or they'll share a post or something. I think that's like on Thursdays. I'm trying to remember. But basically this is just a group for people who write young adult fiction who can come and tell people about any promos they're doing. If they want to do joint promotions, they can. A lot of good people here that you can collaborate with. And then, a lot of people have questions like this right here. Where can I find cover art to buy this, to buy something like this, So you can find a lot of resources here. So I highly recommend that you check them out as well because they do advertise Instafreebie promotions and other promotions. And that is super helpful. So I hope that this has been really exciting for you. I know when I found out about all of these groups and all of the different ways that I could do joint promotions and collaborate with other authors, man, I was all over that because I love to learn from other people. And I knew that I would be surrounding myself with people who were like-minded, who had the same goals, who wanted to build their mailing list too, who had readers who were looking for the kind of books that I write. So I was really excited about that. If you have any questions about this is a lot of information that I've thrown at you. So if you have any questions about Instafreebie or collaborating, just post them in the comments below. Like this video if you thought it was helpful. Please subscribe if you're new. And I hope you'll stick around because I have a lot more to show you, to teach you, to share with you. And that is it for now. That is how you are able to grow your mailing list with Instafreebie. So we will see you guys in the next video.